All right, hi everybody, it's Nick Holland here at Sports Car Global. I'm sat with Alex Kapadia in the RLR MSport trailer. Hi Alex.
Hi Nick.
I've come over to, hopefully bring a bit of Sports Car Global joy to you, because when we did this last year, Jono Coleman ended up on the podium. So you're running in the ELMS race this afternoon. Qualifying's out the way. How did it go for you?
So qualifying, we were 7th, and we hoped to be sort of top 5. We hadn't done any qualifying simulations before quali, so when we bolted the new tyres, we had a little bit more understeer than we were expecting. So 7th isn't bad. It's not where we wanted to be, but ultimately it's a long race, and race pace is far more important. And FP1 and 2 showed our race pace to be really good, so we think we'll be a little bit closer come the race this afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at a 4-hour race this afternoon, and it's very competitive in the LMP3 category. The Ligier, I mean, it obviously dominates that category. How much do they differ?
Well, so I'm now in the lucky position where I've driven about 6 or 7 Ligiers now. I think it's 7, and I've also driven the Ades as well, and they differ a lot. Even all the Ligiers, which in theory are the same, there's a very narrow window of setup, and you need to get it into that. And we're working towards that. We're not quite there yet, but we're much closer than we were a few days ago. And I think we're just really playing catch up to the teams who've been developing and doing lots and lots of testing, guys like United. And each time we get in the car, we're getting a little bit closer. And things like, for example, qualifying yesterday, we hadn't really done any qualifying sims. So if we do a simulation in testing next week, we will know a bit more about where we need to be. And we can just go out into each session knowing where we're going to be rather than experimenting with where we think we should be.
Yeah. Okay. Just so everyone's on the same page, United Autosports are obviously the UK distributor for the Ligier car brand. Hence, I'll use my editorial piece here. They maybe get the pick of the crop, and they certainly know how to set the car up best. Certain other teams do quite well. We've seen Tockwith come in and be very on the pace from day one. Obviously, they've found that window that you're talking about.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything underhanded at all about the way the teams are going about it. I think don't think they get the pick of the parts or anything. I think that they just have done more and more miles, and they've understood the car better than everybody else, and are just doing potentially a better job. I think also their drivers are getting more and more in tune with the car, and that's something I need to work on a little bit as well. I'm still working out to get the last bit from an LMP3 compared to, say, a Radical or an LMP2. So it's just about fine-tuning everything so you always are at your optimum.
Yeah. So you're looking at a full season ELMS. Hopefully we're looking at a dry afternoon. I'm hoping the windows are tinted in here because it's looking very dark outside. I know the forecast for tomorrow at Silverstone is not so good. Some showers in the air and so on, but being Silverstone, they'll blow through. We're on the top of a hill. The rest of the year for you, Alex, are you going to circuits that you know and love from Radical days? Or?
Yeah, pretty much all of them, with the exception of Red Bull Ring. I've been to all of them and raced at all of them before, so that's a real big advantage. John Ferrano, our bronze driver, he's obviously come over from Canada. He's commuting over for each round, and he's only been to Monza and Silverstone now.
Right.
So he's got a lot of learning to do this year, so that could potentially be the area we need to work on the most.
Yeah.
But personally, these circuits are all good ones for me. I think Red Bull Ring, if I had to choose a circuit not to know, that would be the one to not to know. I would rather know that I'd rather have to learn that than somewhere like Paul Ricard or Spa, which are particularly difficult.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fairly modern facility these days, the Red Bull Ring. Nice, flat, even Category 1 Formula 1 circuit. So, yeah, as you say, one to get under your belt. In terms of your other program, you've got the Le Mans Cup as well.
Yeah, so that's really worked out this year. So I signed for Nick Reynolds with Team RLR in the ELMS, and he has a second car, which are owned by Mike Smith Motorsport, his sort of partner in this venture, and they wanted to run that other car in Michelin Le Mans Cup. So last year they had Ross Warburton along in the ELMS, and he's decided to take a step into the Michelin Le Mans Cup to sort of to further his learning of prototypes. And they've got me alongside him to help Ross learn that, and to help with the program there as well. So that's brilliant for me. It gives me a bit more track time to get myself up to speed, but really importantly for the team, it's going to allow us to run in back-to-back practice sessions and try something in one session, and then take it over to the other program for the other session, and then go back to with the next step in the other session.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, I think right now more track time is only ever going to be a good thing. We were talking a bit before we started. Understand there's opportunity due to Ross's busy schedule. You've got the opportunity to go back to Le Mans. And 2 55-minute races in the Le Mans Cup at Le Mans, but you need a partner for that round.
Yeah, so we signed up for the whole of the Michelin Le Mans Cup, with the exception of the Le Mans Road to Le Mans race. That week is Ross's business Warburton's annual conference, so he can't be present for that round. So we are looking to try and find somebody to fill that seat in the car. Again, it would be great to be at Le Mans again. I've been lucky enough to have driven the last 3 years at Le Mans in something or other. Was there in 14 in Murphy's LMP2 on the test day. We did the race proper in 15 in the Porsche, and then rode to Le Mans last year with Ken in the LMP3. So it would be great to go and do the LMP3 race again around there, and build on that and try and get on the podium. Yeah.
So I mean, you've got the 24-hour experience from the Porsche days, and then you've also got the Cup experience from last year, which again should put you as one of the front runners in LMP3. How do you think the LMP3s will square up against the GT3s?
When I went there last year, I thought actually the quickest lap would be done by a GT3, because everywhere else they'd shown to be quicker in a straight line, and it's just all about straight lines really.
Yeah.
But when you actually get these Ligiers in low downforce trim, they find a lot. You know, we can find 20 k's an hour down the straights in low downforce trim. So I think it will be back to, I think the LMP3s will be quicker. Again, it might be interesting at Monza, because Monza's a very in the Michelin Cup at Monza, the first round, the GT3s will be there, and they can bounce over curbs much better than we can in the LMP3. So it might be the case that they'll be a little bit closer at Monza than, say, somewhere like Le Mans.
Yeah.
Just because they can gain maybe half a second or a second through each chicane. But Le Mans, I think it will be about the LMP3s. But interestingly, now we've got the Norma out there as well, which is showing really, really well in top straight line speeds, and just looks very slippery through the air. So that may well be the car to have at Le Mans this year. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go off and speak with my wife about remortgaging the house and joining you at Le Mans. I guess you're looking for someone with a decent amount of experience because of that slippery car and so on. But, if I start practicing, get myself back down to local karting track or whatever, do you think I'd stand a chance for June?
I think so. You may have to fight off John Hindhaugh as well. He was asking about the same drive. But no, I think what we need is a bronze driver to come in, but we need a quick bronze driver, and that's where some of the teams are very, very good at finding those people who sort of, I don't know where they find them from, but we get some of these bronze drivers who come in and they're seriously quick. So that's what we need, and we want to get on the podium at Le Mans.
That sounds like an objective for that. But nearer to time, we can only wish you luck this afternoon. 4-hour race, a lot can happen. Keep it out there, and let's see where we turn out. Nice to have chatted with you, Alex, and hopefully we can catch up again another time.
Let's do this again. Thanks very much.
Cheers.